Yeah, hey, what's up, everybody? No intros, none of that fancy schmancy stuff. Let's jump right into it. First of all, hello, shalom. Hope everyone's doing good today. Uh, man, I'll tell you what. Just when even just a little bit, because I'm like you folks. There's things that I'll cast little doubt on sometimes. Sometimes I kind of step on a banana peel with my faith. Not often, but sometimes. But quick, fast, in a hurry. Rauk Akudesh. He with the capital H that leads you into all truth shows me some things. And boy, let me tell you something. Uncle D used to go hard in the paint and will again and have again, really. So I told you guys how this lovely young lady, my ex, who destroyed my channel of 38,000, I think it had 38.9 or something, 38.8. Big crowd, completely different audience, one that I took years to build. It's all right, I forgive her. The thing about it is, she destroyed that channel and all the evidence that was on there, or so we thought. Found the hard drive with the lion's share of all my field research, and actually, I'm not going to tell you the process of it, but we started pulling that up to the surface, folks. I'll just show you a little bit of it. That's what I've been working on. Super excited. Like when you spend hundreds of hours, has to be hundreds of hours in the field, learning these stupid monsters that people don't believe exist, and the better evidence you get, the more they say it's fake. So the deeper into the brush you go, and without a gun, mind you, the closer you get to the creature without anything to defend yourself, like the Choctaw and Chickasaw say down here, and most native tribes that I've heard of, they respect the fact that you have courage. They respect the fact that you respect them. But it was kind of disheartening that the more you get, the more you see, the closer you get to them, the more they try to cast doubt on it. But guess what? The brand of Brown Springs, the a whole bunch of other titles I was going to freestyle, but he is not dead, and his evidence is not destroyed, not completely. So for all who had a hand involved in that, because that wasn't just an ex-girlfriend, you have to look at. It's like Hunter S. Thompson said: if you want to know who's behind something, um, look who is progressed from the happening. Look who was pushed forward from such a wicked and mean-spirited deed. But you cannot curse that which he is blessed. So without further ado, I'd like to show you some of why I've been given that title, the Baron of Brown Springs. Okay, okay. I hope y'all can see and hear. Let me get this out of the way. What you have right here, and you can mess around with it for a minute, edit it a little bit. And effects, as you can see, like right off in here, there's eye shine, but they're all the way through here. So what I do is I get in this editor and I try to color correct it, add in a little bit more detail when it's blurred like this, because the common man will say, "Oh, it's blind scratch. I can't see anything. It's blind scratch. Nah, blind scratch, see?" So from the onset, get down. Like just taking a look at it. I'll let you guys have a moment and see what you see. Now remember, because here over the next couple of weeks, since I found all this evidence, I'm going to teach you. It's for the longest you've been led to believe that this is some sort of a complicated thing that only a handful of people know how to do. There's a handful of people that have the spirit that these things like to come out of the brush for. I do believe that, but it's not hard to find these things at all. So here we're going to look for symmetry, right? You see all the look. Let's look at this for an example. These are the blades of grass. Obviously, in the background, this is the foreground. Use this stick right here. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but use this stick for frame of reference, okay? Because that's the closest thing to us and the camera. So we look beyond that stick, just right there in the grass. Do we see symmetry? Do we see something that looks like a nose and eyes in the proper space, cheekbone? Obviously, the one up top with the eye shine, that is what it is. But I count 1, 2, 3. At least 4 individuals in this, And that's with it being blurry is all get out. Now remember, look for the symmetry. You have the blades of grass. You have further back sticks that stick out, like from a down tree. The biggest hint I could give you, if you're looking at anybody's evidence, especially during the day, look at the very, very dark areas and ask yourself, why is it that dark? So if we go back here, there's not really a discernible tree. So we'll say, okay, why is this area so dark? Then we'll take a closer look at it. The reading rainbow. Dadgummit, cooperate with me. Because if you don't, you have me to deal with. All right. It's a little bit closer. So that blur effect. And folks, for you casual viewers who don't really follow the subject, just kind of dip your toes in and out, like, check it out. As a field investigator for upwards of 8 years, I'll tell you what, there's there's nothing wrong with the photography skills of our photographic skills of the people out there in the field. These are different types of cameras. Some are a lot better than others. Some are actual film, but you'll receive the same anomaly across the board. Now that can't be just coincidence. Different types of film, different types of digital cameras, all receiving the exact same blurring phenomenon. That doesn't make any sense. And I've talked to, wow, I didn't even see this one. All right, hold on. I've talked to people like the ghostographer, who's a professional photographer. That's what he does to feed his family. And he agreed with me. As a matter of fact, I want to get him back on here just so we can kind of get through the things that are holding us up as far as what's possible and what's not in photography when it comes to these creatures. Somebody who's been a photographer for all their life, like this gentleman, a lot of the theories I had, I don't want to say he validated me, but he did, at least in my own mind, like the blurring effects and things of that nature. All right, we made it a little bit darker. Now, does anything stick out a little bit more to you? Still kind of blurry, huh? Let's see. So I just said that for what few field investigators there are left, because most of them that I know, they don't even share their stuff because they don't want to have to go through that rigmarole of justifying what they're doing and then trying to explain it to people because there's all the detractors out there. Like, why? Everybody's going to find out soon enough anyways. And as the classic Led Zeppelin song said, crying won't help you and running won't do you no good. Because the levee out there is going to break. All right, now that adds a little bit more dimension to it. I don't like that color boost, though. Hoo-wee. It's a little bit too much. Now, do we see eyeballs and a nose and a mouth? Look at the buck teeth right there. It's like almost in the middle of your screen. And it looks like a dogman behind it. That's BANANAS. Folks, this is from your boy, old Dion. Now, if I get back over here in the chat and everybody's, oh, I can't see nothing, I'm going to be extremely disappointed. Could y'all actually see when I brought up the big screen? I'm back over here with you guys now on this side. No, yes, maybe. Oh, hell, ain't nobody even. Am I still on? Hey, hello, everybody. How you doing? Everybody said their hellos. Could y'all see all that? No, maybe. Yes. Could you actually see the editor? Thank you. Of course, it would be my nephew that's in here paying attention. Ladies and gentlemen, World Weather Authority has graced us with his presence. With all the winds we had today, I would have not been in a bad spot like I was walking outside into the thing that carried Dorothy off in Wizard of Oz had I had watched the World Weather Authority. Don't be like Dee Doss. Watch World Weather Authority for all your weather needs. So, okay, thank you, brother. And one of the first anything or the first members of the ghost busting team of the BDRP, Mr. Jeremy, his YouTube channels, I Want to Know More. You'll be doing this channel, and his a great favor if you go hit subscribe. He's just now starting up, and he's doing great things. Matt couldn't see anything. He's a field researcher. That's all right. I got something that you'll be able to see. That, I mean, if you don't like, you being a field researcher, if you can't see this one, wah wah. Let's see. This one was one that I had when I think it's been long enough now. I think the guy was a geologist. He worked at the Oklahoma University, and he didn't want me putting all that out there, but it's past that shelf life, I would say. So, and folks, that just comes from years of doing this. Like, there's people with backgrounds that are Army Rangers to trackers to Native American trackers who grew up with this in their traditions and folklore. And all that stuff don't add to a hill of beans. These things show themselves to who they want. It's like I said, it's a spiritual thing. No, that one I was gonna have to be edited. Even John Q. Public. Where is it? Monkey face man. All right. All right. Now remember to look at the extra dark spots. Ask yourself, why is it dark? These things are basically trees, bro. Like, when you go out there, there's no doubt in my mind when I used to fancy myself some sort of a fisherman that I'll probably lean my poles up against one of these things. They blend in so well. Super exciting to have all this good stuff back. And folks, this is just tip of the iceberg. I'll put it this way. There's hundreds of megabytes. I'll put it that way. Film that I didn't even get to scrub through. I just kind of, I was going to the field so often. I just kind of threw it on the computer and in a file and dated it and never really did get back to it. That's too damn close. Folks, this is like, everybody talks about how exciting. Actually, that's a lot. I've never heard anybody say how exciting doing field research is, honestly, because the exciting part's not this, but this is the bulk of it. Like, and this is actually a film. When I pull this actual footage off there, you'll see me zoom in on them, hit him right in the mouth. All right, I'm not doing anything to it. Like, there's teeth, there's obviously a nose, there's eyes, there's the tufts of hair, the hair that goes to the cheekbones. There's none on the face, the gray face with all that greasy stuff that makes makes the foliage reflect off their face. The reason it looks like they're blending in so well. But I guess just for sake of doing something, because I'm no thinker thunker. Thinker thunker goes hard in the paint. I've been watching Thinker Thunker since I started, and for him not to be a field guy, he does have an eye for these things. But here lately, I think he just hit 100 thou. He's been kind of showing his ass lately, which I like it. I like a little bit of bravado, a little bit of the smack talking, having gone to wrestling school and whatnot. Now, I'm not talking about just the collegiate wrestling and I even took Roman Greco. I don't tell a lot of people, but I took Roman Greco when I was in the takedown club. I wrestled from 9 years old till 19. And I was dumping them on their heads, Jack. We went to state. I wound up getting second place. But they had this guy was a grown man. He was not 16 years old. I even told the coach, like, they need to check his birth certificate. He had facial hair, and he was 6'3", built like a miniature Brock Lesnar. And for anybody who's ever wrestled in high school, we're in down position. I popped up. I was about to get a couple points, but he had me around the waist. I figured I'd just pop my hips, get out of that. And when I did, like, I felt myself being lifted up. I'm like, nah, this ain't happening. I was a big guy then. I was at least 220. I dropped all my weight, squared myself up, dropped my weight, and I was still being lifted up. I was like, okay, well, this is gonna hurt bad. This old boy muscled me over into he just slammed me on my back. And for anybody who's ever been knocked unconscious or had a concussion when you're coming out of that, it's almost like it's quantum leap or something. You're waking up in someone else's body. And I remember looking over at the mat maids, the cheerleaders from my school, and like one of them had both their hands over her mouth. I was like, okay, well, my neck's broke. Something terrible. Something terrible has happened to me. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, the hell with that. I'll show y'all. Y'all are going to be getting one every day. So yeah. Fun. No, yeah, no problem, Jeremy. What's up, Yukon? Wrestling, that's right, wrestling. The WWF. It's a work in progress. I don't appreciate modesty over at the BDRP. Anyways, man, the night crowd's a whole lot more exciting than y'all. What are y'all doing? Y'all at work, sneaking around, listening to your phone? Yukon, I'm too blessed to be stressed, baby. If I was doing any better, I'd need something for it. So, let's see. I wanted to make that list before I jumped on here. Oh yeah, and we were gonna do the members thing yesterday with the Kevin Gates video, but I figured out how to get all this stuff off of the old hard drive, and I just kind of got lost in that. So, I'll tell you what, this is what we're gonna do though. I will be back in a few hours with that list of the BDRP executive producers, the ones who've contributed to the channel, because it's greatly appreciated. Matthew LaFleur, he was, and folks, for the guy in the chat with you, Matthew LaFleur, who I'm giving a hard time to, he was the original sergeant at arms of the BDRP. He was the first ever field investigator besides myself who flew the BDRP flag. So it's phenomenal to see him in there. Tell you what, folks, I will talk to y'all in a few hours. Oh yeah, that's not even what the big announcement that I want to tell you. Since I cannot hold water like a gunny sack. DW made a very stoic, soft announcement by posting one of the videos and putting down the description. But I am officially the programming director of the Dark Waters Network. Huzzah. Yay for me. He rode in Blazing Saddle. So, yeah. Yeah, well, is, tomato. Yeah, because that's the other announcement that I was going to make, Matthew LaFleur, that I'm retiring. I'm retiring, and I'm going to burn an effigy of the BDRP on a boat out at Lake Murray, as the pagans and heathens of old. Nah, I'm not going nowhere, bro. Neither are you, folks. I love each and every last one of y'all. Y'all are fantastic. Y'all are the spinach for my Popeye. I guarantee it. If it wasn't for you guys and folks like this character right here, Matthew LaFleur. See this avatar? That beautiful artwork on that avatar? Guess who did that? I did that. That's right, folks. The multi-talented Baron of Bigfoot. But if it wasn't for you guys, like I would, and I told myself a long time ago, and that's when I started bringing in the other videos that I like the CERN stuff, and y'all were kind enough, and then one truth always leads to another one. I started bringing in that stuff because I got real bored real quick with the Bigfoot stuff and all the drama that they got going on. So I just kind of build my own teepee, and around that, here came the tribe. So you guys and you alone are the ones who compel me forward. I'd like to thank Dark Waters for the vote of confidence as his new program director. That's a pretty, I mean, it's a pretty badass gig already, but now, I mean, well, you know, more responsibilities and whatnot, but still, like, who could ask for anything better? I got the world's coolest boss. I got the coolest job, one that I was doing before, but somebody actually sees and appreciates what's taking place and what I'm doing. And let me tell you something. You don't really get to hear a lot of inside baseball, but this man has the great every job I've ever worked. I've been in some sort of a managerial position or a position of leadership. But this guy has the most brilliant mind when it comes to the aspect of business that I've ever. I mean, I'd almost say that it would be better suited somewhere in the white collar world on Wall Street or something like that. But I'm glad that, I mean, he's here with us. I'm glad I'm here with you guys. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. So yeah. Thank you, Steve Wolf. Steve Wolf's the latest guy. He's been very, very active on the channel. I'd like to say I appreciate that. I will see y'all at 5 o'clock where I'll announce the executive producers, and I'll have another surprise for y'all. It's been a good day. It's been a good week. God bless y'all. I'll see y'all shortly.